Okay, I'm back. Cat's outside, so maybe she'll want to come in sometime. I don't know. Lawnmower people just arrived not too long ago, so I'm in the clear weather-wise, I'm in the clear volume-wise. The old bean's probably still gonna want to chill out there for a while. I'm thinking I'm gonna get some silver today. Finally. It's been a while, but, you know, man, heat wave and all of that shenanigans. Don't like it. Especially not in the dedicated recording PC area. No, that's hot. I've been playing a lot of Night Rain, playing a little bit of the Bloodline, and doing a little bit of Elden Ring and some theory crafting in the meantime. So I have much to talk about. Let's see. I want some wood for chests, and let's also grab all of this for dealing with, you know, their hills. Let's put these frost arrows away. I'm pretty good on that, on this. Arrows were set. I could do fire arrows just to guarantee one shot. No, the flint heads would already guarantee a one shot on drakes, and even then the huntsman bow is huntsman bow. Do I want anything? Oh, of course, duh. Adoy. Let's also take iron sledge. That can go in the 6th slot, although I can just... Yeah, no, that'll be good. Yeah, this will be solid. And then I want to upgrade Frostner, obviously. Crystal Battle Axe. I want to make Silver Sword, because I've been running swords a little bit. We're pretty good food-wise. Let's eat that. Alright, to the hills. And yeah, I've got Night Rain notes. I've got so much stuff to talk about. It is beautiful. It's going to be a big mixed bag. No Rest for the Wicked also just dropped a big patch, which is interesting. The game is still not in a state that I would really enjoy messing around with. So that's going to just kind of sit on the back burner for a while, cooking. Hopefully they improve it. They did reduce fall damage by half and fix some stuff, so that'll be interesting. But we'll see how it goes. We shall see. Alright, so I want to go grab... Is there any silver that I haven't? Yes, right there. That's awesome. So let's just do that silver. Maybe we can get some frost caves soon. Ay. No. Maybe like this. Oh, he's aggroed. Woohoo! 2-shot with the wood arrow. Beautiful. I could just mine a bunch of obsidian too, just be lazy about it, but I don't think that's going to be a go. The Bloodlines have been really weird. I don't really have enough to talk about in the Rest of the Wicked, other than the fall damage thing is cool. And they've been adding quality of life that should have been there day one. So, yeah, but the Bloodline's been really weird. I know I've made like a year ago or so some videos on that. But it's an interesting little game that's like cozy but still has a purpose. I don't know how far the main story quest has gone. It was incomplete. Game's still in early access, but it was incomplete for a while. Ah, yes, here we are. And yeah, I'm still waiting on that to really see where it goes. It's going to be pretty interesting. Let's clear this rock too. We're going to have to eventually. I don't know whether the people at Shield Bearer Studios, the people who make the Bloodline, are really too understanding of what style of game that they're looking to make. Do they want it to be kind of silly? Do they want it to be more mechanically balanced and taken seriously, at least on the mechanical level? We don't really know. Because they're going in, like, nerfing things. Like, oh, I don't know. You know, who knows if they saw my old Bloodline build videos or not. But, some stuff in the Pyro staff build that I made in the video was nerfed. Bow stuff that I mentioned that was buggy was fixed in my bow build, and the iron blunder pistol in my flintlock build has been nerfed not once but twice to the dirt. It's been absolutely gutted, and I'm no longer interested in using it. But then they went and released a dwarven crossbow, which has a ridiculous reload rate, has really easy requirements to get. It's so easy to access. Has ridiculous damage as well. And you can use really strong standard bow skills with it, which means you can just start spamming huge damage with very little investment. It's just so simple to get. You're going to get the same amount of engineering levels as a prerequisite to get Spring Hill boots anyway on any build, and so the Dwarven crossbow is just kind of right there. So as much as the Iron Blunder pistol was super strong and it was just kind of there on any build to access, it's the same thing with this crossbow. Ooh, more silver. Sick. It's the same thing. And so I'm so confused, like, why nerf the Iron Blunder pistol then? I just don't know. It's so weird. Like, do they want this to be a seriously balanced, like, oh, take our mechanics seriously game? Or do they want, just pure shenanigans? Like, who's to say? It's really strange. That being said, I'm pretty sure, like, Fist Geomancy, like, earthbending style of build, is still severely underpowered despite being cool as all hell. And Crushing Slabs, the ultimate Earth Geomancer ability, is still so far away. I mean, it takes so long to access that. Like, you can shortcut the grind and change it a little bit by building a library. You go in your starting base, starting village, and you can build a general store, get your old parchment once that's built, and then you can go build a library, and you can go to Parford Lake and just spam save and load to reset the log piles and get your ash logs to build the library. And then once you're at the library, you can go to one of the bookshelves with the Geomancy book and just spam rune reading with Geomancy in the book, which is a cute little mini game that I definitely get tired of before I get to level 10 in Geomancy. But then you can get Crushing Slabs, which is a 350 damage AoE, which is actually quite nice. It's quite nice. But at the same time, like, Tombstone is just something that you can pick up as a necromancy out in the overworld so easily. So ridiculously easily. And it's like around the same damage, also in AoE. Like, why? Why is the balance like that? Like, it's so strange. And then all of your fist stuff related to Fist and Geomancy is just nowhere near as strong as it should be. Like, I don't know if I'm missing a gauntlets weapon that's going to stack with Geomancy and Bare Fist ability. No idea. But I feel like that needs to be added in. I would love more of that even in Valheim. Obviously, like, brass or bronze knuckles would be phenomenal. This is why I brought the axe. Always bring an axe when you're doing silver stuff, just for this. And and bronze stuff too, copper deposits and whatnot. But yeah, it's just the identity of whether this game wants to be mechanically serious or just to let you go absolutely bonkers and just shit on everything is really up in the air, and it just shows a confusion. Like, this sort of unseriousness in their craft, in any game's craft on the development end, usually leads to enshittification over time. People are like, oh, it's not that serious in terms of whatever. Even if you're unserious about making an unserious, goofy product, people aren't going to want to play if you leave it to enshittification. And you missed me doing weird gesticulation with my hands there when I said that. That's why I stopped mining. But yeah, fucking, that is the big crux of, at least part, it is one of the big cruxes of why enshittification happens. The other big crux would be like sludge content. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. It's like, it's advanced slop. It's not slop, it's advanced slop, you know? Like that SpongeBob thing. It's not darkness, it's advanced darkness. This is advanced slop. It puts very weak politics into debate, sort of, or to force a debate. Like, it's like the weakest fucking politics that you've ever seen in order to force shitty debates. And this is why I don't like talking politics until it comes to me in what I do. Because people usually talking politics are incomprehensible and the conversations just get annoying. And I just don't want to be annoyed. This is why I have firm stances on people just muddying the waters when talking about, like, gaming. You know, don't loop. Do not loop a conversation. You know? If you loop a conversation 3 times, that's 3 strikes, you're permanently gone. I'm sorry. If you don't know what looping is, I'll break it down for you real quick. Looping is just, say you're in a conversation with somebody, and it could be super casual. But if you make somebody loop their points over and over again because you're just not engaging with what they have to say, like you're not going point for point with what they have to say, it's disrespectful as all hell, and it's just not an honest way of engaging with somebody seriously. I mean, somebody who loops, even when talking about something like game mechanics, or game design, or game critique, you are unfit to talk to children. Stay away from fucking schools, okay? You are unfit to parent, unfit to talk to children. Never mind talking to adults about entertainment, okay? You're unfit to talk to children. So, of course I don't want these people around me in my community, in my server. I keep that shit locked tight. I want people talking at least moderately seriously. At least with a moderate sense of quality. So that we can actually maintain a quality sense of community and community understanding. So that we can get better products. And people being debated by corporations that honestly don't give a shit what line that you fall on politically. And just engaging in like the worst conversations imaginable, where people might be talking about something that's technically correct on one side, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but what about the game analysis? And then the people on the other side are like, these people are my political enemies, and I must defend, I must absolutely eat this corporation's ass, because, you know, people, I must be a contrarian just because the other people are talking about it. It's just like, oh, they like this, I must hate it. And I hate to be a fucking both sides guy, but historically in the gaming scene, it has been both sides that have been flip-flopping depending on the scene. And the fucking conversations about game quality tend to get left in the dust. The core aspect, the absolute priority of what we should be talking about gets left in the dust. And thank God some of these corporations putting out sludge games have been failing. Thank God certain studios have been getting shut down because of it. But for the love of God, conversations about game quality could not be any further in the absolute mud. And the priority is nowhere to be seen. The priority about game quality and actually talking about mechanics in our fucking video games is by the wayside, by and large. Like, what are the channels that you actually go get meaningful, proper, generalized gaming content and understanding from other than literally just performance people. The most objective people that you can find nowadays is performance channels, which is crazy to think about. Why? Why is that the case? What happened to our beautiful community? I'll tell you what, clickbait YouTubers happened. It was clickbait YouTubers. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I'm sure you already knew this. But clickbait YouTubers who wanted to put out their quote-unquote guides and shit, and wanted to do no commentary walkthroughs as if that's an actual thing. No commentary, no text walkthroughs. Sorry, it doesn't exist. Nope, that's not a thing. It's not. Like, what are you walking me through? This is just gameplay. Call it a let's play. It's a no commentary let's play. The way that these words have just crumbled meaning over time has led to just crazy clickbait. And I'm sorry, but the community has to take some part of the blame. Some part of the general audience has to bear the burden of the way that the gaming scene has gone. When people go and just say in a lot of conversations and just start looping people and just cannot accept mechanical balance, like, oh my god. I've heard, of course, on the Valheim Discord server that there's been a great deal of fucking pushback even for potentially fixing the verticality issues in combat. What the fuck is wrong with people? What the actual fuck is going on, dude? That is the easiest fix that would be fun and smooth to adapt to, and would be good for players of all kinds that join in later, especially because we're going into 1.0 soon. Like, holy shit. Think about it for 2 seconds. It's crazy. And, yeah, oh, I gotta put this obsidian away. I don't understand why people start losing their shit when whoever it is talks about game balance and just, it's like, I'm sorry, that's in the code. Go argue with the code. I don't care. You know? People should not be arbitrarily punished if their option that is presented in game, at least to be a legitimate option and not a joke option. Where am I? Oh, I think these glands are in. Excuse me, champ. These glands are in here. But yeah, if this option, mechanically speaking, is presented to be fine, and it has a host of fucking issues, and it's not mechanically fine, don't give me pushback when I'm trying to fix your favorite weapon that's fucked up. It's only gonna be better when it's fixed. And it's not just for you. It's going to be better for fucking everybody. It's crazy. People are just absurd when it comes to this. And this happens even for new games, new IPs, even on a new studio. I'm just shocked how arbitrarily attached people can get to certain things. It's like, I don't care if that's been your playstyle your entire life. I don't think even you, should be arbitrarily punished for playing this if it's supposed to be something that at least seems like it should be taken seriously. Like, my god, Iron Sword, for instance. That's something that's presented like it's going to be taken seriously. You look at the flavor text, and ultimately it's just not worth it, considering the shit that you can do in this game. Therefore, something should happen to make it worth it, mechanically, objectively speaking. Go argue with the code. Shit. You have to make some sort of actual analytical argument in order for me to fucking not look at this with even the person bullshitting as a viable option to give them a better experience. Like, I'm trying to give even that person a better experience, objectively. And they're just like, no. Like, excuse me? And this never happens for making building changes that are objectively better and fixing building. Like, the fucking J. Smar's quality of life, if that was announced potentially ahead of time, people would not have been utter fucking brainless assholes about it. In the same way that mechanical balance is said. And that's just part of the giant community problem. Where people will go even on wiki sites and wiki communities for games and just be completely, water muddying, well poisoning assholes about game mechanics if it's related to weapons in combat. And they won't do it for anything else. Even if it's mechanical, even if it's code related, they won't do it for any other fucking aspect of that game that could be fixed. Won't happen. Won't fucking happen. Oh no, but combat, no. No, my favorite little shitty dookie, even though it's not presented as such and is presented as Arcbringer Light of Destruction, and you had to fight like 3 legendary doofuses and extreme challenge bosses to get Arclight Bringer of Destruction. Okay, this thing that's presented to be extremely strong, got strong flavor text, everything about it is screaming, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be good. And if it has not even a mechanical niche use case on an objective code-based and analysis-based level, okay, it's got to be fixed, and that's a problem. And I don't care if it's your favorite, and you just, I just love weapons that start with the letter A. Oh, you can't touch my weapon. It starts with the letter A. Like, it's going to still start with the fucking letter A when we patched it. Holy shit, just stop getting in the way of, like, even your own happiness. It's crazy. Oh, god damn. Gaming communities have just been infested with these fucking people. Okay? And I know that's some heated fucking rhetoric to say that. I'm sorry. But it's become an issue where people who have inspired me, people of this age group, older and older, that are retiring and or already retired, that have made strides in influencing and being a positive member of gaming communities for years, if not decades, that I want to possibly be able to make a positive impact in return on, all of a sudden can't just go look up a guide and be actually helped. Can't just pick up a weapon that might be their favorite and have it be not arbitrarily punishing for them. Because people who are just mindlessly subjectifying everything, including game code, which is ludicrous. And for what? For fucking what? For nothing. For nothing to just coddle the balls of some random person, this random devs that they don't even fucking know. Who gives a shit? Holy fuck, it's absolutely ludicrous. Let's get some good pops, yeah? There's one. Hopefully this catharsis extends beyond just the pops. Beautiful. Absolutely. Thing of beauty. Okay. I'm gonna get some wood, and I'm just gonna make a bench and a chest here. Oh, an egg. Nice. Again, we love bringing axes to silver mining. 9. I think I want to keep chopping down minis. There's a golem over there. I might wake him up. I'm ready to tango. Yeah, he's waking up. Alright, boss. I'm ready for you. Oh, there's a log right there. I can chop that. Okay, this crystal might weigh me down a little bit. Let's drop this and this. Definitely that. Alright, here's this log. That's easy chopping. Oh! Misclick. Okay, something sees me. What do we got? Wolf? Drake? I assume. Could be both. Oh, well. That's interesting. Okay. And there's a Drake over there. Okay, great. Let's focus on the Drake, of course. What? Oh god, I'm rusty. I'm rusty as all hell. I've been playing so much Night Rain. I will get around to Night Rain. But yeah, ultimate point is so many people are just not equipped to actually engage in mechanical gaming competition when it comes to combat mechanics. And that's a damn shame, because that's at the core of most of these game genres. And for love of God, you don't have to fucking play games with combat if you're gonna be a fucking shitty little goblin about it. For love of God. Again, I know, heated rhetoric. Bro, but people, it's like dealing with people who talk about, I'm gonna get real weeb here. Talk about fucking shonen manga, which is very combat oriented. It's combat oriented comics, and then they're like, oh, you know, I hate these power scalers, bro. I hate people talking about power scaling. You don't have to read a series and be part of a community where combat is prevalent. And I mean, even in like One Piece, there's a giant thing about the world building that's present on literally talking about the balance of power, and it's part of giant world building reveals. And so you have to do a minor bit of power scaling to actually understand the world building at stake. You have to. And to not do so is to not do literary analysis on a basic fundamental level for that series. You have to do at least a little bit of power scaling. And, you know, if you don't want to, you don't have to read and or be a part of that community. You don't have to. It's not a requirement. You don't have to talk about that in that community. You don't have to do that. And similarly, like, you don't have to be in this, let's remark this as Sylve Chest. You don't have to play games where combat is all that serious. You don't have to be part of that community. It's not a mandatory thing. You can just chill. You don't have to yap. You know? There's so many people in my community that I'm sure mean well and could have a really cool conversation if they wanted to, that just lurk and just chill out and just hang out, and, you know, they watch the videos and that they want to, and they comment on the ones that they want to, and they're just chill people, and they can engage properly. They just don't feel like it. Y'all are cool. Y'all are great for that. And like, goddamn, I feel like this is like the bare minimum that I shouldn't even be praising people on. You know, it sounds awfully patronizing, doesn't it? But my God, is the online gaming community absolutely flooded with dipshits. Holy shit. Got a Drake over here. Oh, nice. Alright, that's the portal. Okay, so I could take a portal and put it right into the Sylve Chest and then run this down the hill there. I want to put a boat up there first. This is a really nice silver haul, even though I didn't add it up all the way. It's still going to be a journey, running up and down the mountain. Not portal cheesing like my friends like to do, but oh, that mountain lag. Oh no, please don't lag me out, game. Holy fuck. My frames. I mean, Jesus. This happens from time to time. It still hasn't been fixed. It's been there since, I assume, day one. Holy shit, what a nightmare. Alright, I'm gonna log out and then log back in. But yeah, people being absolutely ridiculous in the gaming community is why Sludge Content was able to rise up. And again, this is the problem that I've mentioned also with even Gamergate people who actually did mean well on, you know, whatever people wanted to do. Are my frames still fucked up? Yes, they are. Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they are. Oh, I need to quit Valheim and then reload. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, loading back in. Here's going to be the ultimate summary of the shit that I was just talking about. Okay. People have gone absolutely mad talking about game mechanics, specifically related combat. Okay. You take that and you combine it with really lukewarm political messaging and just shitty game mechanics overall. There is going to be a grand overlap, left and right, of people who don't understand shitty game mechanics, who might like the game, but the game might have left messaging, it might have extremely tepid, like weak left messaging. And then the game, because the game's shit, not because the game's left, because the game's shit, does poorly. Like, it gets received poorly, it gets covered shittily, and my god, left people, some left people, not all of them, a vast majority of the quote-unquote serious online left people do not cover and do not run defense for these shitty corporations. And again, most of the right-leaning online talking people do not talk and do not lay waste, even though it's culture war stuff, to games with this sort of messaging. They just not into gaming. The majority of the political people that you see just don't care and are just not talking about these games. And even so, because that's the case, most of the people talking about it are not going to be very good at talking about it. Now, there's the thing. The game's shit regardless. But if left people are going to defend it shittily, and right people are going to attack it, sometimes shittily, sometimes effectively, who's gonna be the shifting narrative? It's right people. It's gonna shift right. The conversation and all the trends are gonna shift right. It's all gonna shift right. And the thing is, because we've had so much sludge content over the past 5 to 8 years. 5 to 8 years, that's like a few, that's like, 5 to 8 graduating classes who are studying computer science and game design, who are interning and learning and being, experienced off of these games with weak left messaging. Like, people that go and talk mad game on the left are not going to look at these fucking games with weak left messaging and be like, oh my god, yes, it's so good. Oh my god, they're putting out my messaging. They're, oh, it's so nice. No, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. Believe me, I pick up and I've seen all sorts of people. I love to go watch like pretty much everybody under the sun, you know. Just because I don't like talking politics does not mean that I'm not aware of political happenings, even online. No, I'm plugged the fuck in. Believe me, I'm plugged in, baby. Again, most of it comes down to ridiculous conversations with people that I don't want to have. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in talking politics. No, I'm really not. I'm fine being like a fly on the wall, okay? Yeah, I'm not interested in people messing with me, trying to swat me for no reason. I'm just chilling. I'm chilling, okay? I'm out here just chilling, you know. Anyway. Let's put these axes and pickaxes away and go get portal material. I realized what was going to be a summary has now devolved into a bunch of tangents. That's just how it's going to go, I'm sorry. That's just how it's going to be. Alright, let's, I think I'm going to grab a pair. Yeah, I'm going to grab a pair of portal material. There's already a workbench at the top. Let's get one for the boat. And then I'm going to have to grab bow nets as well, which might put me over the edge. Yep, sure does. Okay. Right. Oh, God. Let's just put like 20 fine wood in here. Grab the nails. Go to Hilder. And set up the bone portal. Where is Hilder? There she is. But yeah, a lot of what I was saying is like the games themselves, the people developing the games themselves, are going to be inspired by Sludge, and we're going to get more Sludge as a result. And then we're going to get a generation of gamers that are just very used to Sludge games and think that this is the standard, or people's just gaming standards in general are going to be in the mud. And you might have seen this recently. Definitely happened lately in terms of JRPGs. Woo! Oh, sure did. Sure as hell did. Let's put this down. I think we can. No, we can't do blank. Let's do Das Boot. Can't do blank. And yeah, it's going to be a cycle. It's going to be a burning cycle where the audience shifts right, the game devs shift left, and it's tepid right, and it's tepid left. It's just a monotony that is just mediocre. It's a monotony of mediocrity, okay? And it's just going to continue going this way until people actually lay down proper foundational fucking criticism that transcends all aspects of what might be a genre of a game. That transcends aspects, maybe sometimes, towards all games itself. Or huge clumps of genres, at least. Except when it comes to games that might be parodies and such. You know. It's why I always leave exceptions for things that are presented as unserious. Or presented as jokes, you know. Let's see. I need to go to the mountain top. To the mountain. Merch, view. Is it upstairs? Oh my god. My portal remembrance is so bad. I should farm soon too. But I'm gonna haul stuff down first. Maybe I should farm and then haul. I'll set up the portal at least. But yeah, as long as we don't have real foundational criticism that addresses the actual mechanical issues and keeps a good quality standard of what should be the priority, the fucking gameplay of these games, in check so that we get quality at games, then we're just going to get this sludge cycle of mediocrity. It's going to continue over and over again. And you have to look past political labels and boundaries for a moment and just say, yeah, it's fucking stupid, let's fix that. And I'm trying to. Believe me, I really try. But, my god. I think I'm gonna take... You know, I'm just one fucking guy, whatever. I'm gonna... Ooh, 450 exactly, nice. I'm gonna take these down. I'm gonna run it down. And then I'm gonna go back and farm. And then I'll start running everything down. Oh, I forgot how hairy this is. I believe I've turned sticky keys off. I don't think I want to test that. At least turn sticky keys activation with 5 shifts off. Ooh, this is a good route down. Yeah, it's a good mountain route running down. Very nice. I think I'm going to keep Eikthyr in case I'm running down and there's some sort of nightmare configuration of creatures, because my Eikthyr, I believe, is just going to run out because of the portal travel time before I really get my silver done. And it's not like it's going to run out and then it's going to reappear and I'm going to be able to run it down more. No, by the time it reappears, I'm probably going to be sailing. So, I'm chilling. Should have marked the bone on the map. Luckily, I know exactly where it is. Just for map running's sake. Yeah, it's smooth. But yeah. Oh man. Here we go. Boot is unconnected. Oh yeah, I didn't mark the one up top. What am I doing? Oh, I'm distracted. I'm distracted myself. Let's go back to Hildur. Portal through. Get the hell out of here. No, it stays here. Okay. I want to talk about Night Rain, because Night Rain's interesting. I've played 50 hours at this point, let's say. It's really 55, but let's just, you know, let's say that a good portion of that has just been menuing or waiting for people to ready up or whatnot. 50 hours. I've beaten everything except for the brand new Fulgur that just came out. He's actually better than base Fulgur. His attacks, his new attacks in the new Phase 2 are much more readable. I can manage them, I can counter them, I can dodge them much easily than just the regular Phase 2, which is now his Phase 1 in Everdark Sovereign mode. Very smooth, like very doable. Haven't beaten him yet just because there's been disconnect problems and I don't want to be doing too much. Again, that should never be a thing in... Even in, though it's Night Rain and not official FromSoft, it shouldn't be a thing. Fix your shit. Hopefully they've already did. But, my god, connection issues, even with friends that are very local, that is atrocious. And we know it's FromSoft server because I had people that weren't local that were also in the voice chat that got disconnected too. And they were local to random people. So... Well, not local. They were connected to random people. See, this blank should take me all the way up the mountain. Yes. So we can change this to... Let's actually not change it yet. Okay. It is farm time. Hello? Reconnect, please. Oh, fuck. Scuffed. Thank you for doing that again. Drake trophy. No Sun Golem trophy though. Sad. That could have been really bad. Another Drake. And a wolf. Okay, bro. Come on, man. I'm just trying to relax. Where were you guys the whole time I was mining? You know? What the fuck is going on, dude? I mean, I feel like there's a nest, right? There must have been a nest. Did I kill this Drake? I must have killed the Drake off screen. Okay. Yeah, he died. Yeah. There's the gland. Oh, Lord. Man, I'm just trying to portal back. Why is this unconnected? Fuck it, I'll go to boot and then I'll go back. But yeah, Everdark Sovereign Fulgur is pretty smooth and he's very cinematic. There are pretty simple ways to dodge his mega attacks, and he's actually not as threatening as base Fulgur, which is ridiculous, and it might just be my experience with him, and then now also fighting Mega Adel. Fuck, I didn't mark it even though I said it was. Fighting Mega Adel has absolutely tempered my skills in terms of timing and such in Night Rain to a ridiculous point. But hey, you know, that's FromSoft for you. You're gonna get good if you want to really crush these mega challenges. You know, it's a super boss, so gotta struggle some. Still though, I don't want it to be struggling in some bullshit ways, which first, you know, initial Fulgur definitely has. So thankfully, Mega Fulgur is not as bad. And yeah, there's a lot of ways which I can just have lightning on my relics and just go in, starting weapon, maybe pick up a second lightning weapon throughout the run, upgrade the first starting weapon, and just kind of pop off because I know what's up. I love how you can dodge his big blasty arrow super smoothly. I love how you can pretty much easily gauge his wombo combo with the Holy Twin Blade. I love how you can easily gauge his 1-2. He's got very telegraphed startups. I feel like FromSoft just listened to people talking about the complaints with Champ. What are you doing? Talking about the complaints of regular Fulgur and his jank-ass telegraphs and whatnot, and his startup and his chaos. And they made him much more peaceful and orderly and just telegraphed and just much more of an enjoyable fight for the Everdark Sovereign, which is interesting because even though he's supposed to be this hyper challenge, he's actually quite smooth, and I like it. Now, there are more stuff that I have to talk about. The lock-on, I feel like I didn't mention this enough. The lock-on is absolute dog shit. I don't know what's going on, but the lock-on is terrible. Respawn RNG. You can get really tragic respawn RNG if you die and it just kicks you while you're down. I just respawned me like someplace, even at like, it doesn't have to be like, obviously the nearest grace would be pain and suffering, but just put me in a smooth area close by, just relatively close by, not super a million bajillion, like, so far away. Okay? Even if the night is raining and, you know, the circle's closing, I don't care. Okay? Even if it's in the... just put me there. It's fine. It's close by. Yeah. Let's go farm. The Outland Commander is really bad as a co-op fight. He just starts spamming the same shit. And this is something I actually noticed with Dragonlord Placidusax on... Ooh, ting. Alright, sick. Let's go! Oh my god. But yeah, this is what I noticed with Placidusax in Seamless Co-op, playing with my buddies, is that after he gets to a certain point, he just spams the same shit over and over, and he's just not designed for co-op. And I thought maybe that's a Seamless Co-op bug until... Look at these tings! Until it actually appeared in Elden Ring Night Rain with Outland Commander, where in Phase 2, he will just start spamming the Frost Stomp and Lightning Jump Kick over and over and over again. It's just like, oh, you wanted to approach me? No. Let me just spam this AoE that's going to stun you. Please, give me a lot of things with the onions. Let me just spam these AoEs that can just knock you down and build up damage and frostbite. And then fly over and jaunt my way over to across the arena to your buddy who doesn't want to be targeted. And just get out of your attack range. And let me just do that every time. Let me just spam that. Like, how horrific. How absolute dog shit. Oh, we're getting tings now. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. So many onions. I need a lot of onions specifically for salad too, so... Woo! Love it. I'm not going to be using salad that much, just because I'm going to be doing some mage stuff, but... Yeah, still nice. Let's plant a bunch of carrots down here. Can squeeze another one there. More things to talk about in terms of Night Rain. The more that I see Reckless, the less I enjoy her, the less I think she fits in this game. Same thing with Guardian, even though there's like kind of neat things that you can do sometimes with good relics and shit. Other characters just tend to outclass them given the just the way that Elden Ring co-op works and what the aggro system does. Even with like relics on, if you're dealing good damage and you're effective with the aggro system, it's just going to target the effective ranged user, even if you're trying to tank anyway. If you're doing your job, it's going to target you. Okay, I need to count these onions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 25 planted. 10. That should be 17. Okay, we're good. Alright, this is not the usual amount, but I don't think I have too much wolf meat, so should be okay. I believe I have a ton of turnips too. I could be wrong, but I think I have a bunch. Let's make some wolf skewers and a bunch of onion soup, of course. Oh my god, I have a ton of turnips. Let's put the back turnip in here. Back of stock veg. I need a couple of mushrooms for this as well. I believe it's the same amount. Is it double or is it... No, it is double. Okay. Alright, just a couple of skewers. Just top me off, I guess. And let's just make a bunch of this onion soup, yeah? Maybe a stack and a half? I'm not sure. Now let's just make an extra stack. Save the onions. Oh yeah, I really like the grief system in Night Rain. Just being able to get like build changing buffs slightly is really cool. It helps for the Revenant meme build, if you know what I'm talking about. Big Bonk Rev, very funny. But it also helps. Oh yes, get these onions in there. It also helps just fortify whatever build you're really going for. It allows for really cool hybrid builds. If you can get good grief, it makes Recluse more bearable and more consistent. She's just so inconsistent. She has a high ceiling, but she's so inconsistent, it's ridiculous. And again, the aggro issues that I mentioned previously contribute to this a whole lot. Put these in here. Alright, now let's get full rested and then run down. Run down to silver. Again, with Recluse, of course, have to mention the Guardian. Trying to tank can be really good, and then all of a sudden, because you're tanking effectively, and the other party members are effectively doing range shit, now the aggro shifts, and you're... both of you, whoever ranged, whoever's tanking, are just left flabbergasted, and just, oh my god, what's happening? Oh! My thing ran out. But yeah, your flabbers are gasted, and all of a sudden, everything that you're looking for in whatever build, Guardian and Recluse-wise, is just turned into uselessness, which feels really fucking bad. Executor's janky, or Executor technically because of the lore. Executor's janky in the same sort of way because you might want to tank and like deflect everything with the Curse Sword, but he's janky in a pretty good way because his fundamentals allow for you to just double up with Katana, or maybe just two-hand if you get a lot of attack ups while two-handing passives. And, you know, you can just start popping off, you know? Let's go back to Mountaintop. You can just start popping off. You can just go and just attack and just build up bleed, maybe frostbite poison, just kind of shit on the boss with your own style, and then go beast mode and do your own cool things. Like, you don't have to just sit there and deflect and deflect. What is going on up there? Yeah, it's always chaotic up here. But yeah, you don't have to be John Sekiro. You can actually excel regardless of style in Night Rain with Executor, which feels great. Unlike Guardian and Recluse, you know, they're much more RNG dependent to be consistent, which sounds funny because it is funny. It's kind of fucked up. Okay, why am I going this direction? I gotta get back to the silver. I waxed poetic about great praise on the grab indicator. Did we get a golem? Am I hearing a golem? Yes. Yeah, the grab indicator is pretty spicy in Night Rain. I love it. And I wish it was in other games in the future, Souls-wise. Like, that's great. But at the end of the day, just tighten up your fucking grabs. Just make your grabs better. Just, you know, don't indicate us that there's mediocrity on the way. Like, oh, hey, this bullshit's coming. Bullshit's coming. Get ready, because there's bullshit on the way. Like, just fix your shit. Just balance your game. You know? Wow. I don't know. Big fucking shock. Just fix your shit. .jpg. I don't know. How's that? You know? Just pats your stuff. Doesn't have to be giant fucking circle grabs. Just massive sphere hitboxes, which just diddle you on the other end of the fucking map. No, in fact, you can just tone them the fuck down and make different shaped, appropriately shaped grab boxes. Oh, what a shocker. Yeah, this ain't fucking Marth Grab Super Smash Bros. Melee, alright? These are Souls games, designed to be challenging but fair. So make them fair. Don't make them thematically appropriate, even though these aren't. Don't make them potentially solid, even though with the visuals they are potentially solid. Make them actually solid. Alright, we got some Black Forest dudes here. It officially hit nighttime. That couldn't have been more perfect timing to get the fuck off the mountain. Yeah, I've got some silver. I'm all set. But yeah, it's also weird just thematics. I mentioned it briefly, but thematically, lightning, purple lightning, and just the purple visuals, that's gravity. That's already gravity. Not everything is going to dabble in gravity in the Elden Ring FromSoft lore. Like, it could. Come future game, you could incorporate that into the lore. Again, fix your shit. But, yeah, it doesn't even fit the Elden Ring lore why everybody would be dabbling in a bit of gravity. It's like, yes, these Crucible Knights are, so focused on the aspects of the Crucible, this ancient, holy art that involves pieces of all sorts of animals, as back in the day, all these animals were relatively combined and jumbled up in terms of their bodily uniqueness. And they have a weakness because the old great tree where the Crucible came from, it's literally burned. It's crucible. There was a heat temperament, and now there's a bit of fragility to the Crucible Knights, and they're weaker to like fire now. It's like, oh my god, that's sick. Where does the gravity come in? Where the fuck does the gravity come in? When did they learn gravity? They have stomps because they learned from Godfrey Horaloo. They worked under him. There's the thematics there. Why does, the Silurian Crucible Tree Knights have gravity? It doesn't make any lore sense. It doesn't. And again, it's Night Rain, but like if they were to put it in a new game, it's going to impose lore strictness upon the game, which they might not like. And you could say, like, oh, well, it's Night Rain, and, there's not too much lore and narrative going on. Bullshit! There's plenty of remembrance, story, and narrative and lore to be had. And there is absolutely a tie-in to the base game at the end, with the ending cutscene. There is a tie-in. There is lore. There's narrative. There's concreteness. I don't care that it has Nameless King and Centipede Demon and Smelter Demon and whatnot, and Duke's Freya, and the dancer of the Boreal Valley. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. I don't care, because they went in with the shit that mattered, the character lore, and they added in so much really solid stuff. The character remembrances are really good, and then the ending with all the 8 graces going around, off the credit scene, it's touching, it's beautiful. I love it. And to go in and just like say like, oh well, the lore and the narrative, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it fucking matters. I expected it to not matter, and it does, and it's cool, and it really shouldn't be tossed aside. Because the experiment was there, and the experiment was a fucking success, okay? By and large, the experiment succeeded. Especially in terms of narrative and lore, alright? They fucking did it. It's remarkable how well they did on that aspect. That being said, yeah, the grab indicator, I like that it's there. They should have used something that wasn't a part of an existing lore color palette and visual schematic. But, yeah. Just, like, yeah, it's a minor nitpick, but if people take that and run, it could become a major fucking problem. You know? It's a minor nitpick now. Is it going to stay that way? Maybe not. Alright, we got problems up here. Sir. Okay. What's going on with your pathing, gentlemen? Oh, bro. You know what? Let's get on solid ground here. Come on, follow me over here. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, bro. Alright, bro. Alright. Holy shit, these drakes. Drake? Yeah, don't do that, sir. Yeah, you're dead. I'm only able to pick up so much crystal. Oh, my friends. Come on, man. I'm just trying to port this silver back. Let me run back down the mountain, please. Please. But yeah, the grabs are strange, man. I know I mentioned some of that stuff before, but I had to touch up on it. Here's some stuff that's like totally new about Night Rain. Relatively new, at least from what I have to say, and with Everdark update 1. Let's actually go back and talk about Dark Adel. Everdark Sovereign Adel, Baron of Night. He's pretty cool. There's definitely some jank with him. You know, there's a big problem with From Software and just making large creatures who suddenly have a hitbox the size of their whole body, or at least the front of the body in terms of Adel. If it just comes out so fast, I'm not going to be able to trust any sort of positioning around him. And it just becomes a game of learn the guy. And again, just learn the guy is not as helpful in a game like Night Rain where it takes 30 minutes at minimum to get back to the guy. It's really tough to learn the guy. Now, I've already beat him twice. I beat him twice, and I had a nice time. But a lot of those times weren't so nice. Most of my times were really fucking annoying. Because the boss was annoying, and it was difficult to ascertain when he was actually going to have an active hitbox out front versus when is he just moving around. You know? It's like, you know, you just gotta know. And again, why disregard the positioning in that aspect? Why throw that away? For what? To make you be like, oh, you know, you have to learn. Like, okay, well, why can't I just enjoy the core fucking mechanics for just a fucking moment there? You know? Just let me enjoy it for just a bit. It's ridiculous. Like, even when he's, like, going for a lunge grab, sometimes he has a melee hitbox on it. Why? He has a melee hitbox on the side. He has a melee hitbox on the side of his jaws. Even on what seems like to be in phase 1, which would be phase 2 for regular Adel. Even when it seems like you just briefly touch him and you might not take full damage. No, you take full damage. Now, even when you just touch him on the outside, you take full damage. It's another, like, Promise Consort Radahn shoulder bash situation, which they went and patched out. Okay? They patched that out for PCR. They can patch it out for Mega Adel. Now, of course, Mega Adel isn't available now, and none of them were... Oh, 2 golems. Fuck right off, man. Huntsman Bow. Put in a niche effort for me, please. I never thought I would have to use Huntsman Bow for some shit like this, but here I am. No golem trophy, okay. And now this guy's woken up. Huntsman fucking bow. Huntsman bow. Unreal. Unreal Huntsman bow. Holy shit. Add that to the list of utility that brings. Jesus, man. Unbelievable quality. But, man. Yeah, it's like Ishizaki just, like, not learning from Miyazaki's mistakes. Like, why? Like, weren't you a part of that team? At least partially? What's going on? How are you not learning from that? Like, people complained about it. It got patched. People were happy. Why then add it fresh in a new game? Seems ridiculous. So, yeah, Megadale definitely has issues. He has an AoE that's not indicated when he does a big slam into the ground. So, even if you don't get slammed by his, like, head, if you're too close to the head, you're gonna get hit by it. It's just a random AoE. And then the ground still erupts, which is fine. There's an indicator for the ground erupting and you can jump over that. That's great. But then there's no indicator for the AoE around him when he slams. That's fucking stupid. It's just so weird. Like, add the sour spot to the edge of his jaws, and then add an actual fucking gravity lightning indicator on his AoE slam. Like, damn. I don't know. How hard is that? Considering it's from software, I don't think it'd be that hard. You know, would it be very hard for me? Yes. Am I from software? No, I'm not. They should do it. Let's put more crystal in. 6 of this. Let's go. At this point, I connect her. Alright. Next on my list, Rev sucks ass versus Everdark Sovereigns. What is going on? Like, they hit so hard, and they're so just like absolutely bonkers mode, especially with Phase 2 as Phase 1, right? You know, normal Phase 2 being their Phase 1. Ooh, yes, get that fucking blizzard out of here. It's just too intense for her summons, man. The summons go down quick, and then her utility's really rather limited in that regard. You know? Again, it's like Shadow of the Erdtree all over again. I don't really care about people who summon too much, but they were complaining about this, and you put a character that summons in Night Rain, so why not listen to the complaints of those who summon? And just be aware that these summons are going to have to live for a little bit to get value out of them. You know? Like, you can't really get value out of them. People just aren't going to run Rev versus Everdark Sovereigns. She's just not that good. It's just so strange. So strange. Oh! it's storming, man. Yes! Free fish. If only that was a puffer, but we're too close to the shore. I should be able to put this in here. Okay, next thing on the list. New currency. The new currency is really cool, and you can buy a lot of really awesome things. The new relics are really solid, especially the Evergel one. That one is fucking phenomenal. And, yeah, I'm so happy that it's available. I think I can take 23 at this point. Yes. Yeah, it's really, really solid. I love it. I love it. It's a must. I think that... Oh, I thought that was a golem for a moment. I think that relic benefit is far too strong. And that maybe the other... it's probably going to have to be tuned down. And the defeating... I haven't seen this one yet. I've seen it on YouTube, but I haven't seen it personally. The attack up permanently after defeating Knight Invaders is also ridiculously strong. And the meta, relic-wise, is really just that. It's just that. It's so good. Like, defeating Evergale permanently ups attack. And the other one is just so good. Like, it applies to everything. It applies to sorceries, incantations, melee attacks, Ashes of War. It applies to all of that. It applies to everything. It's so fucking strong. And you can stack it with Reseen and the Iron Eye Mark. And just, oh god, it's filthy. It's the meta. And it's overtuned. So tune it down. Otherwise, just the rest of the relics that are available at this new shop is really sick. I feel like you should get more Sovereign Sigils after each subsequent Everdark Prisoner kill. It's a little strange. New Gamba, I don't know why that's there. I'm not going to spend 5 Sovereign Sigils on one big Gamba. That's not happening. I'm just going to buy what I can buy. There's not enough time with, you know, people that have fucking jobs and shit to get enough Sovereign Sigils for this, unless you're really grinding, and it's just staying up to like ridiculously hours just every night, just killing him every time. You'd have to get crazy luck for that too, so I don't understand. Yeah, just I don't get it. Just no Gamba necessary. Just keep the regular relics, and you know, I like that they're really good. I need that wilder blue one. I'm becoming like a melee, not a melee, a martial, not martial, no, a non-magical gamer in terms of Night Rain. I used to be a Raider main, now I am a non-magical gamer. I play everything that isn't Rev and Recluse. I'm just very fluid with it. Nice. Yeah, it's a great deal of fun. Like, I've recently picked up more Guardian and more Executor. I'm not that much of a Guardian guy. There were issues that I mentioned earlier. So, I mainly just rotate between Raider, Wilder, Iron Eye, Executor, and why am I blanking on one? Raider, Wilder, Iron Eye, Executor. Duchess. Oh god, Duchess, of course. How could I forget? I have her ranked at top of the list. Duchess is ridiculous in a trio comp. But, no, solo, I gotta go Raider. Gotta rep my man Raider. Love me some Raider at the top. Raider and Iron Eye, I have to say. Raider and Iron Eye. Maybe Iron Eye at the top, but both of them extremely good. Wilder's solid too, but yeah. Yeah, my non-magical fellas. Definitely those 5 above Guardian, Recluse, and Rev. Let's take these and go down. Yeah, I love playing those guys. And I love all the juicy relics that the shop has to offer. I love the new urns that you can buy at the new shop. That's awesome. I'm glad they added them in. Give me a triple red chalice, please, for the love of God, that I can have on every character. Why are reds so disrespected? Like, they added them in. Ow. Holy shit. Okay. Just in case. Just in case. Let's pop that. I'm glad they added in a bunch of new double reds for people. But where's my triple red, man? Why is there no triple red? Speaking of new relics, I think that the new dark ones are not very spicy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're kind of underwhelming compared to the regular ones, and they're 4 times more expensive in Sovereign Sigils, which is ridiculous. Like, don't do that to me, game. I'm not going to buy them. I'm probably going to buy Mega Caligos, because that one's fucking amazing. And maybe Mega Knight of the Wise with Noster. But the megas, which I know I've been calling it the Everdark Sovereigns megas, but that's what they are. It's Everdark Sovereigns. The Everdark Sovereign relics, it's just been underwhelming so far. I know it's just been Fulgur and Adol, which are very much critical hit focused, so decent for solo sometimes. Maybe slap one on Guardian, especially Mega Fulgurs. But meh. Give me Caligo, come on. I want Caligo. She's the best. The most useful generally out of the Night Lord relics, and then also just best fight in the game. One of the best in the series, if not the best. Easily the best OST FromSoft's ever made. Fucking phenomenal. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. Sir? Alright. Let me take a quick break and check on the bean, see if she wants to come in. See you in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Got myself all set up. This portal. Ooh, I gotta go back to Hildur, portal back some of this stuff. And then I can get rested up, say all this stuff out. It's a good silver haul. Oh my god. I love that double pop. I love that double vein. Alas, I still have some shit to yap about Night Rain. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think there is some strange stuff going on still. Shifting Earth selection is solid, but the RNG should just be better to begin with. And then shifting Earth selection should just be free. I don't know why. I'm not gonna pay Sovereign Sigil for that unless I like need the achievement. But then I don't care about the fucking achievements. It's just fun. Like, it provides good boons, and like, especially for the Caligo one. Like, oh my god. Just let it be free. Come on. I know it makes Caligo easier, but she's already easy and she's already the best boss. Like, I don't care. Shifting Earth and cinema with her. Oh my god. Give me the mountaintop. Let me have it. Alright. Yeah, let's just do like 25 and then fill some in here. And then I'll go add the rest to the other one. Alright. Well, yeah. Sometimes there's a bug where there's no mini boss reward. Especially, I've seen that with Royal Revenants. I've seen my friends get it a couple times. It's really fucked up. You stop to destroy Royal Rev and there's just nothing there. It's like, what was the point? You just wasted my time. Really strange. Really weird. Hopefully it's get patched. Hopefully it's already patched and I just didn't even notice. Hopefully. Who knows though. I really want it to be fixed up. But they are kind of silently patching things, I'm sure. Like every time there's a Everdark Sovereign added or removed, they're like, yeah, here, you know, let's just fucking fix some shit. I wish there were patch notes, maybe if they did that, you know? But it's good, it's a really good time to, you know, be able to do that. Changing random table hold back to normal should be free. I don't know why it's like, oh, you know, we'll do it for you this one time, but maybe not. It's like, no, just let me change it back to being bright and colorful, relatively speaking, for free. Just let me do that. I like the way it looks before. Also, just add that to base game Elden Ring and Tarnished Edition, please. 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 Let's put this fish away. I forgot to put it away. Here he is. Nice. Yeah, pretty please. Let's go back through Hildur and then boot. I have a blank one there. I can break down boot later. Do I break down boot now? I can go to mountain and then break down boot. And then just go all the way down. Or I can portal back. and then go through. Yeah, I'll do that. Alright, let's go up to the boot portal, fix this up, change the marking to just Sylv with an X. Player ghosts, I feel like player ghosts, like just running by, sometimes you see like the see-through white, like clear looking dudes. Ooh, nice. Huge sneak attack. Go get him, Wolf. And he's dead. Alright. Yeah, sometimes you see these player ghosts, and that just feels to me like they rushed this game. Like, if that wasn't out on release, I understand it's such a minimal thing, but like, that's just like a mechanical staple. Like, if they removed that, I wouldn't bat an eye, and I didn't bat an eye. I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. You know, it's not something I really care about missing. But FromSoft loves to have it in every single game that they make, except for like Armored Core, I think. But you know, goes to show, I feel like this game was rushed. Maybe it was rushed to meet some sort of corporate deadline. You know, it's owned by From Software, is owned by Bandai Namco, and then the majority stake of Bandai Namco is now controlled by Sony or some shit like that. No, it was like, I think the order is FromSoft, Bandai Namco, Kadokawa, and now Sony. And I'm just like, oh god, they're beholden to so much corporate nonsense. At least like quarterly reports get published, so we can get like kind of hints on certain things. But it's like such, to put it like in a modern meme sense, jobless activity to check the fucking quarterly reports, ironically, to try to see if there's some news there. It's like, I don't know, I'm not doing that shit. What is that actually going to bring me news and theory speculation wise? Like, little to nothing. It's not worth it. Let's see, there's other shit that I wrote down. Oh yes, I used all caps for this section. I have I have a core complaint with certain aspects of Night Rain that I think is proof of rushing even more than the little ghosts only just being added in. And that is, there is far too much neutral action in Night Rain sometimes. I talked about neutral action in the past. Neutral action is just when you're just, let's say, dodging an attack, and then you reset to neutral, and then, or like you run and you dodge an attack and you reset to neutral. If you have too much neutral action, the feel of the fucking genre gets changed. You know, things change. It doesn't feel right. Oh, I meant to head through the portal, but I actually ran down the mountain instead. It's fine. Yeah, everything feels different when there's too much neutral action. If you're not being combative and being positive and actually making strides to taking the enemies or bosses down, it feels different. It feels like a different IP at the bare minimum. And so, let's actually take this portal as well. And so, when you have a game that's centered around go, 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 we gotta be fast, we gotta be fucking quick, we gotta move, this is Night Rain, everything's so fast, oh my god, you gotta be careful, but then you have, like, bosses, not careful, you gotta be quick, but you have, like, certain bosses that you can fight, which just waste your goddamn time for no reason. Like, you can get Ancient Dragon. Why is that an option for an Everjail? It's, part of the oldest jail. The old jail or whatever it is. But, like, why is that an option? He does this wing beat attack, which just wastes your fucking time. That's all it does. It doesn't even deal damage to you. It just wastes your time. Why? Why is that in it? And then sometimes bosses can just jump and move around and do animations which just take them out and about. And yeah, you can interrupt them with your ult, but that's not the best time to use your ult, you know? It's just really shit feeling when bosses are just like, no, I'm gonna go over here now. And it's even worse when the circle of Night Rain is fully collapsed and you're fighting a Night 2 or Night 1 boss and they just go outside of the Night Rain. It doesn't feel like the type of game that I fucking signed up for. There's a conflict of game styles clashing here. And it makes for a kind of shitty experience when you get bosses that do those moves. And it doesn't happen all the time because of Elden Ring's really shitty boss RNG limits, which have still been ported into this game without fix. They can just do this shit, or they can do none of them at all. Or maybe it's all that they do. Feels shitty. Feels really shitty. I think it should be none of what they can do. I don't think any of these bosses should just have you doing a bunch of nothing. A bunch of zip zap nothing. Okay? If a game is designed around go, 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 let's go, 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 let's all action, let's move, and then sometimes you're just twiddling your thumbs like, oh, there's nothing I can do here, I'm just gonna sit here and, I can set my controller down, I can just relax. Okay, it makes sense in Valheim where I can just go take a drink real quick like I just did, and I'm going to do again. It makes sense in Valheim to have giant, potentially 40-minute long boss fights the first time you go. But it does not make sense in Elden Ring Night Rain, alright? It makes sense in Sekiro to have a lot of neutral action, even though I don't value that experience. Neutral action is just weird to have a game focused around. But, my god, especially not in a game that is like so much designed for positive action and getting shit done, okay? I don't want to be just like, oh, let me just sit here and chase, I gotta run around real quick. Just run. Like, even when it's cinematic, like with Everdark Sovereign Adol, Mega Adol, it's cinematic as shit to take the Spirit Springs up over the tornado and come down and, fight this dude when he's in phase 2. He's got the rocks over his jaw. By the way, when he has the phase 2 rocks over his jaw, then no sour spot when he charges. That makes sense. That makes sense to that. But in phase 1, it's ridiculous. But it's still neutral action. Like, I'm still not being able to actually engage with the boss, Like, there's these times when you're just running around and it's like cinematic, but what am I actually doing to engage in these bosses? It's so strange. So weird. Like, I just want the scrap. I want to jump these bosses. I want all the smoke, okay? I want it. I want more smoke than an 18-pound fucking brisket. I know it sounds ridiculous, it's like you're not going to have those, but I want it. You know what I mean? Okay? It's like, the worst trim imaginable on that thing. Imagine the worst trim possible on a fucking whole side of cow. No, yeah. Anyway. My god, I think that the fully collapsed barriers, fully collapsed Night Rain should have a wall. And it should be a visible wall. Look at the size of that thing. Oh, man, I want that. Anyway, it should be a tangible thing that the enemies can't get out of, but the players can if they want to. And not to a certain extent, just a little bit. The players can't just go out and cheese the bosses through there, right? But they do take damage from being out there. So, have a separate invisible wall, a certain amount out. Have certain attacks be able to go outside of that wall, like projectiles and certain claws. So if you're out, you're not entirely safe. But they can't physically travel outside of the Night Ring. I'm looking at the Dragonkin Soldier, Noxtella, those guys. I'm also looking at Ancient Dragon. I'm looking at these guys. I'm like, why? Get back in here, you fucker. Come back. We have unfinished business. I'm trying to interact with you. What are you doing? Let's go, go, go. We're going. We're trying to go. And these bosses are just arbitrarily saying, nah, I just don't feel like it. Right? And I have this, express it as a one-way thing mostly, give some leeway towards the players because we have feelings and emotions and these fucking AI robots do not. Okay? These monsters, these NPCs, this code in the game, this is not what we're looking to have fun. We're looking for the players to have fun. So it's okay to design things inconsistently one way in the player's favor. It is okay. Because those are the people who are buying the game. Who are having fun with the game. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have to say about Night Ring. We're all good here. Last thing I'm going to mention, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. When is that coming out? When is it coming out? Don't pull a Valheim with us. Give me a release date. Don't, it's like, 2025. It's late June now. When's it coming out? There shouldn't be too much stuff added to it. Maybe they're having issues with Switch 2 hardware constraints, but, I understand they're also developing the Dustbloods. Sure, but it's just a little update. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a call. Hang on. Enjoy the peaceful sailing. Alright, quick call, super easy. Could have been a text, Calls that could be text is the modern few generations. This meeting could have been an email, although we also experienced that, sadly. Yep, could have been a text. It's like I even had my phone ready just in case. What's really interesting is that it is my parents' generation that really want the younger generations to, especially their children, to have their phone ready on them. There were times when I'm hanging out with my friends in person and they're upset. It's like, yo, we've been texting you, we've been trying to get a hold of you, and it's like, I'm where I am. I'm with my friends. I understand you're worried about me, and I appreciate you, and I love you, but you managed without this. I understand that this is a net benefit, and I've gone over this. It is a net benefit when used properly to have this device and to be in contact. I understand that when used properly. I'm just trying to be with my friends. Okay, sometimes I'm going to be showering, taking naps. Sometimes I'm going to be at the movies or on a plane. There are going to be instances where all of us are going to be accessible, and we need to manage that. It's like, man, it's fine. And it is that generation, specifically the parents of that generation, who are not okay with that sometimes. It is, and of course that's just being taught to younger generations too, which is tragic. But it can be educated away. It can be taught out of them as well. So, yeah. Hopefully that'll be the case, It's really funny. It's just a general thing that I've noticed that was really funny. I often see people that are like, oh man, you know, social media, we gotta get rid of social media. And where do I see this? Social media. I see it on social media. But go ahead. Go on. Get rid of social media. Go ahead. Go on then. Two-starter auger. Cool. Yeah, well, I'm like, yeah, by all means. You know? Hang on. I gotta get my cat inside. I'll be right back. Okay. I got the bean in. Dried her off. She's snacking. She is appreciating the weather. But not when it rains, you know? Okay, I need to change my angle. But yeah, it's funny, you know? It's really funny to see people pretend like they're so like above social media. Like if you know how to use social media properly, it's not a problem. It's only a benefit. Just use social media for those who you want to be social with, for those who will push you up and benefit you, and only have, you know, positive impact. Not necessarily only positive encounters, but people that will give you positive overall impact. Even if it's some shit that might be negative in the moment, you know. Ay, come on, man. So yeah, positive stuff should be possible as a complete and utter net experience from social media. You just have to use it right. You just have to be social with those who you really want to be. And I think the biggest starting point is people not realizing that certain sites are just not applicable for that goal in mind. Twitter being an obvious one, but literally any other Twitter clone. Guys, you start off and, I mean, what the fuck? It's limited characters. You can only have these limited discussions. It's going to attract people who only want to converse, or only are mentally possible to converse with limited characters, aka shitty, toxic individuals with shit for brains. Okay? That was always going to be what was going to flood these websites. So, avoid them. Avoid them. That's simple. I avoided them until I couldn't, because that's the only way I could actually get my fucking Valheim news during the Ashlands teasers was on Twitter. So that's literally my handle now. It's just here for Valheim, and that's all. That's it. That's all I'm here for. Sometimes I was there to see random people crash out, because that's funny. That's pretty funny. Okay, I'll give you that. It's a net positive experience because I got a giggle out of it. It's funny. But I don't use that shit anymore. You know? I'm not on there. This Deep North news saga doesn't require that. I'm fucking chilling, man. No Twitter. No Blue Sky. None of that. No, thank you. And then Facebook. Oh my god, I stopped using Facebook ages ago. Oh, hello. But yeah, I stopped using Facebook a long time ago because it started just arbitrarily showing you a bunch of dog shit, which I just did not care about. It's like, oh, well, now the rate at which I'm having meaningful positive impact, the rate which I'm getting the actual benefit that this site, this social media used to provide me, has dipped into the net negative. And so, I don't use Facebook anymore. And that was like, I don't know, well over a decade ago. Like a long time ago. I must have been like 14 when I stopped using it. I used Facebook for a grand total of 2 years. Or some shit. It was ridiculous how little I used for. No, it was no. It was like 3. It was 3 or 4 years. But still, like that's like nothing compared to now in terms of grand use of social media. I stopped using Snapchat. Same thing. Because all my positive, meaningful interactions with friends was IRL or on Discord. You know? Stopped using Skype when Discord came around. Stopped using Snapchat because of that. Instagram, I use sparingly. Aside from just memes. But that's not interacting with people. I'm just interacting with, like, memes and shit. And just, like, shit posts. It's just haha funny sometimes. That's it. That's it. And I prune my algorithm actively to get rid of garbage that I don't want. Okay, you're going to be algorithmically focused. If you have a pruning aspect, I'll use the fucking pruning aspect. YouTube has a pruning aspect, I get rid of it. But again, these sites that I still use, Instagram, YouTube, even though they have algorithms that you can prune, it's just far better when they were actually focused on using the normal feed that it was meant to be at the start. The subscribe feed being accurate and the Instagram homepage being accurate, that's what made them good. That's what made them special. And they got rid of them to shove algorithmic nonsense down their throats. And, you know, they didn't get rid of them, like, entirely, but they made them inaccurate. Oh, you gotta hit the bell now. Oh, you know, oh, you can't see things in chronological order anymore, you know, on your Instagram feed. Why? What happened? You're seeing only what YouTube wants you to see arbitrarily. Why? So that, like, number goes up, shareholder wise? Fuck that. Bro. That's ridiculous. And so you really have to work now to squeeze the value out of these sites. And you can. But again, this just goes back to the ultimate takeaway, where it really is important to be able to use social media to be social with who actually you want to be social with, and who actually benefits you as a net positive interacting with them. That's the key to getting the most out of social media, even when they've gone downhill. So long as you know that and keep that in your heart and your mind, you can squeeze the benefit out of these sites, just like I have. Okay? I believe in y'all. I believe. Yeah, don't be like these people who are just like, oh no, we gotta quit social media, and he's just non-stop whining from social media. Okay? Either just fucking admit that you're weak and just do it, or muscle up, prune your algorithms, toughen your mind, and squeeze the value out of these websites, because there is a positive to them if you can do that. And I know you know this if you're watching this video. Oh, my glorious audience, I know you know this. Hello. He approves of what I'm yapping about, I'm sure. Which, you know what? I don't care if he approves. My character might, but I don't give a shit. Look at all those birds. Man, I want those feathers, bro. Oh, it's a gold mine. Look at, there's like 7 of them there. Here we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And we're back, just like that. It's nighttime, and I probably should have been filling up the coal so that I could Get some good supply. Yeah, I don't have that much. But hey, that is a mission success. Alright, next episode is going to be a lot of smelting and upgrading. Oh, bird. Oh, that was a cute bird spot. I wish it would stick around. Not even just for feathers, but like for the vibe. You know, bird just chilling out. That'd be nice. Let's see. Got some crystal here. Yep. Let's put some of this stuff away. Most of it goes in here. Nope, wrong cart. The hogs have been moving them. Yeah, elder. Yeah. Whatever, dude. I seem to have gotten some extra wood, but that's fine. Let's actually move this over here. Still haven't built the obliterator. That's okay, though. Alright, not gonna sleep yet. Let's put this stuff away, and then I'll call it. It's been a long episode, but I hope you all are happy with that. A lot of things to yap about. And you got a little bonus thing with that funny social media people. Very funny. Oh, thank you, World Safe. Let's organize this a little bit, actually. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to be around here, so let's get the Frostner back. Sledge away. I'll just grab some decent arrows, like... fire, why not? And that'll be it. Thank you guys for watching. I know there's been some breaks and stuff, but it should be seamless for y'all. And I'll see you guys some other time. Alright. Bye.